Hello, hello. It is Sunday, it is 3, and we are here today.
What's happening, chat?
I know it was a little last minute that I think we put in the notification that we were going to stream, but it was intended. It was just got to be like, just after 2, and I'm like, oh, I don't have time. And then Jim said he would do it. But we're here for a well, maybe not a short show, but shorter than normal, because unfortunately I got plans after this, so we can't go super long, and Jim is excited about that.
Shorter than normal, but not short enough, I'm sure.
Well, I was saying I think the last couple of weeks we did I don't know, just over an hour, which seemed pretty good, depending upon where we hit the campaigns, what we hit for campaigns, and how much we have to say about the campaigns. All right, so we will say hi. I don't know if you want to pull up Creator Go in the meantime.
Yeah, I got
So
it.
let's see. We have Snuggy in the chat. Hey, Snuggy. I am an olive lover. And then, of course, Jim's like, kick Snuggy. Jim is an olive hater. We have Shadowhawk Talks here, and Shadowhawk wants it for a martini. And
I'm not an olive hater, but green olives have their place.
in everything. Hey, George. Nice to see you. I did message in the chat that I peeked into PTP's stream for you earlier, and I didn't see you, but I was probably in there for only like 3 minutes, and he had a lot of people on panel, and I don't particularly care for that because then you have people interrupting other people, and the conversation wasn't exactly enticing for me. So I didn't last very long. Anyways, nice to see you. Hey, Noah, thanks for joining. And scrolling down, Mrs. Good Stuff. And let's see. Oh, George says he missed it. But like I said, the 3 minutes, I don't think you missed much. But most of the stuff, the good stuff happens in like the beginning and the end. The middle's just the fluff. So, hey Johnny, thanks for joining. And we have Stato. I don't know if those of you in the chat watched the chat last night. Unfortunately, I wasn't feeling the greatest, so I missed out on the stream. But there's something about the banter between Vanessa and Stato that I like. It's very entertaining. They take some serious conversations. They throw some humor into it. The dad jokes and just corny, and then they just run with it, and it's very entertaining. I actually, I know normally I'm on the show too, but I want to say that watching the shows, because I know it's been a couple times where it's been just Vanessa and Stato on the chat, I almost want to say it beats my Robin Bancroft enjoyment. So take that, Rob, if you're listening. But no, I really do enjoy them together. And I see that Raid and JP is here, but I don't see his little thingy. So sorry. Oh, so hey JP, thanks for joining. I see Hicks villain. And I think that's about it. So yeah, Jim threw in subscribe to Vanessa's channel. So if you haven't, definitely subscribe. Feel free to watch the replays. I think they're pretty entertaining. Although all this month my ass has been getting kicked on the sandwich Saturdays. I have not won a sandwich this month. I think there's one more week for a chance. Not sure how good that is. But then once she does the recap for the month of September, if I don't have a winning sandwich, I can't win the month, and it'll be the first month because I won. What did she say? July and August. But anyways.
Braggart.
Yeah, says the sandwich king from last night. Hey ACC, thanks for joining. Alrighty, so we have Creator Go up. What do we have for some campaigns to potentially choose from? I know we had quite a few launches this week, and
yeah.
did they all fund?
So we went over this one. We went over Bear War.
No, Bear War.
Did we go over Random Saga yet?
No, that one is Fresher Luke, and it is a cartoon.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, we didn't do Rift Riders, which that launched a couple weeks ago by the looks of it.
Yeah. What's chat want to look at?
I don't know.
And I think we've looked at Krishna Kid, but it's still not funded.
Oh,
It has
yeah.
a pretty high.
Now you see what I see. I think that we went over that one too, and I see that one's still not funded. That was the one that I remember looked like it was missing some backgrounds, but once it showed some pages with some backgrounds, I don't know, it looked interesting enough to me. I think I did take a second look at it, with the intent of potentially backing it, but I think the digital was like $25, and it's a hard pill for me to swallow for a digital to be $25, and then it's a hard pill to, pay $35 for a physical copy when I'm not quite sure what I'm getting. So,
I didn't see chat say anything. Want to go take a look at it real quick?
yeah. Oh, Mrs. says I'm due for a sausage fest one. I actually made my sausage dish today, Mrs. Haven't posted pictures yet, but we'll see how. And I'm sorry. Look at Krishna? Sure.
You can keep talking while I'm bringing it up.
We call it sausage on court because if you did hashtag sausage fest on Twitter, it's not a pretty picture. And George, I highly recommend, not that you're on Twitter, but do not look at that hashtag. Do not.
don't do a search for sausage fest.
Yeah. All right, so Krishna Kid, the Eye of the Brahma Saga. So this, of course, is Call Me Mark. He has quite a few hands in this that at least I know I'm familiar with, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with. I know Matt Barr's doing some covers. Billy's doing some colors. Who is
12
doing?
hours. Is this the first 30, I hope?
I think it is the first 30. I didn't realize it's gone that fast. I know there's been some controversies as to whether or not it's been shadow banned or whatever, but I think I've heard some streams about it being corrected, although I don't know that I've heard or seen much to know what was wrong and how it got corrected.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said it's fixed.
Yeah.
I think I heard him say that on stream. So, pretty high fixed goal, 63%. With another 30 days, I'm pretty sure.
I'm like, that's a weird goal, but that's probably because it's whatever international money that Call Me Mark goes. Yeah.
Right.
I don't think George's presence is going to deter anybody on Twitter there, Noah. All right.
So, you're saying that how much for digital?
Oh, I was talking about the other one. I don't know about this one. I was looking at Now You See What I See.
Oh, I have no idea.
Whatever the title is. I always get it wrong because it's too long to remember.
I didn't see that on the list, so I don't know what it...
Oh, we went over it before. If you saw the pages, you'd remember it.
It's funded though, right?
No.
What are you talking about?
No worries. I can show you it after. It's when we did like right before we had our month-long hiatus, so it's probably why you don't remember it.
It's not on the list. It's not showing it's unfunded.
It is on the list because I saw it there when you just had it up. Hicks Villain is pointing out that you can check out if a campaign is shadow banned now or not. Yeah, I believe that's through what? CG.org, and Ray did it. Was it Pixel Trader? Do I have the right name? I could be wrong, but I did see somebody. Dave Brink did that with his Perfect 10, and it was showing how Perfect 10 wasn't showing up. So yeah, I do remember that. All right, so this is a 90-page action-adventure anime-inspired graphic novel series reimagining the ancient Hindu stories you didn't know you wanted in the style you never knew you needed. Follow the childhood adventures of godchild, prankster, and divine hero Krishna Kid, his older brother Balarma, and their gang of friends as they work together and battle to defend their town from scores of vicious demons. Outwit the most dastardly of kings and even showdown with the gods.
Yeah. Thoughts?
I tend to shy away from anything religious. So, the Hindu thing, definitely not appealing for me. Maybe it's just me. And then the art is, it's neat. I like the art, but it's also kind of weebish looking. So that's kind of, I don't know. It's not grabbing my attention. Like this is one that, while I like all the players involved, I don't plan on backing.
Right.
But that could just be me. I know Tommy Mark has done a great job of talking about this one for a long time. Like didn't he do it like a sign up sheet, and then he had it for a while, but I think he had it for too long, and then it like deleted on him, so he had to do it again, I think.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that's my background with the coughing. I don't know if you guys can hear it, and I apologize.
I heard it. So I'm not sure I like that. Most of these images are moving. So unless the book is like that, I don't know if I agree with doing that.
It is a bit overkill. Like the images are cool, but I think you're right. I think he's done too many.
Yeah, one of them may be at the top or something, but every other one
Yeah, because it's like, okay, are these images
or
in the book?
more.
And then it's kind of deceiving because they're not the images the stationary images that you're gonna be seeing.
Right.
Oh, go up to the cards. Those are kind of neat. The trading card set.
I suppose.
I kind of like how they look like they have the gold inlay over them.
Right.
You know, like I can see that being on theme.
I take it the back has information about the character, I would hope. But I don't see a
Potentially.
picture of the back.
There is a lot of moving images. Why do I
Yeah.
feel like I'm getting motion sickness as you're
Right.
scrolling and it's moving? All right, we did have some other people join us. Hey, Sumo. We had Mr. Good Stuff. And I did see. All right, so I think when I was kind of blatant about me not backing it, George is pretty much saying he's not interested in it either, and Johnny's saying it's okay. There's no shame in not backing a book. Saving money is nice. That's not to say that I haven't shared this out, because just because I'm not in it, I'm not in it, but I'm not feeling it doesn't mean that other people don't appreciate the type of art or the story or whatever.
Yeah.
Got a 6 a.m. sticker. There's tons of 6 a.m. stickers floating around.
Everybody that's anybody has 6 a.m. sticker in their campaign.
Yeah. Is that like you're not a true CGer if you don't have a 6 a.m. comic?
I think so. That's what they say. That's what
Wait,
I'm
what's
hearing on the
the
street.
little paint? Oh, right there. Free little print with Christian
Lidl.
Kid.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a creator. That's an artist.
okay. Is that who they call Lidl? Leedle?
Yes.
Okay. Who does the insides? Have we figured out who the internal artist is?
I don't know. I'm trying not to look at moving images too much.
You're right. Yeah, no, you're right. I'm kind of getting a little motion sickness too. All right. Anyways, maybe we can stop on something that's not moving, and then we'll look at the tiers.
Vinit Kumar. I think I've seen him on streams. Is
Okay.
the artist.
I do like the looks of that gold inlay. All right, so we do have George is hoping there'll be a day when he never sees another piece of chibi art again. And James Hayes is here. Hey, thanks for joining. It's a very Asian, or to say manga style. I am reminded of things like Dragon Ball Z, and it makes me think I am too old to be part of the book's target audience. Yeah, I agree with you. It does remind me of kind of like Dragon Ball Z, and I never got into that either. But again, I think I might be just a tad over that demographic too. All right, so what are we looking at for a book? $21?
I'm not sure. I was trying to see if there were more still images, but there's. Okay, fine.
Just scroll up top.
Just hang on, woman.
Oh, there's some black and white. I wonder if some of the chapters are in black and white or if they just
Looks
haven't
like
had a
some
chance to color it yet.
actual interior pages instead
Wait,
of moving stuff.
how far down have you scrolled? This is like a never-ending scroll, isn't it?
It's pretty far.
Excuse me, I'm going to mute for a moment.
Go yell at someone that's making noise or something.
Yeah, I had to tell them to stop. In the mean mommy voice that nobody else had to hear.
Oh, we've all heard
it. All right, so Mrs. Goodstuff says, although the art looks impressive to me, I agree with James. After my time, I am too old. Yeah, the art is, there's, you gotta like that style of art, but for that style of art, that is pretty impressive. The colors, it definitely looks like it's dynamic. There's nothing wrong with the art per se.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily the manga style that some other Comicsgate books have. It's more, it's this exaggerated cartoony manga style. I don't know.
So David's asking if there's no interior pages in the campaign. You know what? Now that he points that out, did we see any, or were they only panels and moving?
The one that was pointed out as black and white looked like an interior page.
Oh, okay.
You mentioned must not be colored yet. That looked like an interior page.
So like 1 or 2 pages with a whole bunch of moving.
There might be more. Some of those moving pages might be, created
Panels.
from the interior art, but it's hard to tell.
Okay. All right. So $21 for a book, cheaper than.
That's the gold collected edition.
That's a good thing, right? Yeah. Okay.
Right. Issue 1 is $9.
Issue 2 is probably $9.
Issue 2 is $9.
All right. So we're up to $27 with issue. Oh, that's the complete PDF.
Complete PDF is $9. Issue 3 is $9.
That's $27. So you're saving if you get the complete edition. Why wouldn't you do that versus all the individual ones?
Right.
Saving quite a bit of money getting all collected. And it's 90 pages, so it's a
right. It's one big
thing.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good price. I wonder what the shipping cost on this thing.
Check it out.
Looks like all kinds of stuff you can purchase as add-ons. Oh, I wanted to hit calculate. That's what I wanted. That's probably like $15. I'm not sure. 12 pounds for United States.
Yeah. Okay.
£5 for the UK.
I suppose a hefty book, and it's already $21, $15. Puts it at $35, which I guess would be more of your standard price for a book, but it is more pages than your normal campaign, which is nice.
Yeah, it seems reasonable compared to the cost of the book. At least it's cheaper, so the people that bothers shouldn't bother.
Now, George points out that he's confused. It looks like he has a lot of backers, but how is it not funded? So what are we looking at with number of backers?
It's a high goal. It's almost 10 grand goal.
136 backers. Yeah, okay. So it's the goal. I was thinking maybe it was because he had, $9 books. It takes a lot of $9 books to get a goal like that. And I'm a little
True.
confused by this. So American Comics Company says that is a shame because Mahabharata, whatever, is a cultural epic worth the reads. Robert Oppenheimer used gift in his colleagues as a copy of one of the books of it. I don't know if that's a conversation I'm missing or if this is a fact that I'm just not getting ACC, so I apologize.
So there you have that. Any
Yeah.
overall thoughts?
So there's also, what's that Druahana thingy? The last one.
I don't know.
30-page
30 plus
comic
page.
book. Curse of the 100 Suns.
Just
That's 90
looks
pages.
like an additional
So you can
story.
add a separate book. Yep. I don't know. He's offering you some good deals.
Yeah, if you're into that.
Yeah. I know a lot of people, like I said, he did well with the letting people know it was coming and building up the hype. And I know quite a few people had this on their list of, they were excited about it because it's definitely something different. I can't think of anything else like it that I've seen in CG. So
Yeah, this looks like the only thing that's obviously interior art.
yeah, but again, they're just panels except for that little girl.
What do you want? You want it to be lettered and everything?
No, but you're looking at the 3 panels. Like you see that panel, you see the girl panel, and then you see the woman with the tongue.
This is probably a page.
No, it's too odd of a dimensions. So those
It's not laid out yet, woman.
I don't think it's an interior page. I think they're pieces
Okay,
of
all
interior
right then,
pages.
fine.
All right, we moving on.
Yeah, we're gonna do one more and then we're done.
One more. We still have 40 minutes. What if we're done in it in 5 minutes?
What if we do one more and then we're done?
Stato points out that I think a few lettered and finished pages should be standard. I never realized there are quite a few campaigns that have like your sequentials, but they don't necessarily have letters because I think they wait for most things to be done and then, send it over to their letterer until Pete put out that tweet about how he wants to see like some completed pages because you want to see the lettering, you want to see the writing style, because he's taken too long to have good faith in good writing. And I'm like, you know what? That's true. Like it would be wise to be looking at some pages that have words so you get a sense of what the writing style is like. So I definitely think having some interiors are good and, definitely to entice those readers because, most times I will back based on, oh, the story sounds interesting. And then I get it and, the writing is, not quite hitting the mark. So yeah.
And you see here that this is funded. The one that you said isn't funded.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep. That's
Okay.
what I was talking about. Sorry. Yep.
So what do you want to look at now?
You see this comment by George?
I saw all the comments. You
Yeah.
ready to move on? Okay.
Yeah. Where are we going?
Rift Riders sounds good to me.
All right. I am familiar with this. This is a Luke Stone, Piper. I think her last name's Steed, but we all know Piper is Piper. I want to say that John Dillard is doing the inside pages. I think it's mostly those 3. I actually have not watched a stream. Like I know they've been hitting the streams, but I've actually not watched a stream with them. And not for any real reason. Because you think I would hit a stream that they're on, but they're not. All right, so what's their goal?
Well, first we're going to skip over everything and run all the way down to the team since you started with that.
I was just killing time while you were pulling it up because I knew that right off the top of my head. Is
No,
Mo here?
you
Hail the
weren't
Mo.
sure about John Dillard.
Oh, he's not here. Although Mr. Von Stugel's here. Hey, Mr. Von Stugel. All right, so yeah, we have Luke Stone, which is the co-creator editor, Piper Steed, which is the co-creator writer, and John Dillard is the artist, and Edgar Travitas is the colorist. I am not familiar with Edgar. I'm not sure what else he has worked on. So if anybody else in the chat has, feel free to fill me in on what else he's done. So they have a $6,500 goal. They are just over halfway with 65 backers. They're 2 weeks in.
Yeah, halfway of the first 30 and halfway funded.
Yeah.
Isn't great, but it's not bad.
George is excited. There's chibi stickers with them. Oops. All right. ACC says he tries to stay away from rangery power stuff or power rangery stuff, which I guess this does. You know, Team Book kind of looks like Power Rangers, maybe. The first 50 backers get a sketch card. We don't know from who, though. I'm assuming it might be Dillard. So Rift Riders follows the adventure of Israel and his friends Lunos and Revea as they try to figure out what the green goo is and how it seems to have replaced an entire timeline. Green goo replacing entire timeline. Okay, I'm thinking something physical and I don't get it. But all right, in a Doctor Who meets Peter Pan and the Lost Boy style adventure comic, elements of science, mystery, and pulp era action converge for an exciting all ages story. It's kind of nice that it's all ages. Oh, I don't know that I like that logo. What you think about that logo?
No, that's not very good at all.
I can't read. It's hard to read it. I have to know what it says to know what it says. Like, I don't know. All right. Anyways, I'm not sure if you guys
It's
you guys feel the
unique.
same way. It is unique. I will give it that. But and I suppose it's kind of spacey, but it's not very easy to read.
This doesn't say Power Rangers. It says Doctor Who, Peter Pan, and Star Trek.
ACC said something about ranks of Power Rangery stuff. I think he's being funny about Power Ranger stuff.
Yes, and like I said, this doesn't say anything about Power Rangers.
It kind of reminds me, but all right. Although I've not
Just the
actually
colors.
watched Doctor Who, and I'm familiar with Star Trek, but I wouldn't call me a Trekkie. I do like Peter Pan though.
And I never watched Power Rangers, so I'm not going to judge it as Power Rangers just because of color, because they all have the same color uniform.
All right. So yeah, I think someone pointed out that it's Dillard has a wide range of artistic abilities, and this is different from some of the other stuff that I've seen him put forward. I do like Dillard's art. Full color standardized comic. The first in a series of books that take you along on a gang's travel as they find themselves in strange new situations while trying to solve the mystery of the mysterious green substance. Sounds kind of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle type. All right, so the script is finished and is Piper Steed's first official full-length comic writing debut.
Cool.
More cartoonish of a style.
Yeah, back to manga cartoon too.
Yeah, I like the backgrounds though. Like they give you enough detail in the backgrounds that they're not like ignoring the background and just having you fill in the blanks.
Right.
Shadow thinks the goal is a little low. So after all the artist fees, their shipping and taxes, I hope all turns out okay. I have a joke, but I don't know if I should go there. All right, I'll go there. I'll say maybe Piper's not getting paid for this. But anyways. Sorry,
Yeah,
bad joke.
That's not very funny at all.
Bad joke. All right, so 32 pages. So it is kind of on the lower page side.
Yeah, let's see what's the price of a $5 digital, $15 for the book. So at least it's priced accordingly.
Yeah.
And
ACC says the story sounds good.
the book includes the digital. That's kind of cool. I like that.
That is nice. That way you have the option for taking digital with you when you don't want to bring the physical, like on a plane.
Like
Oh,
on a
they're
plane.
selling their chippy stickers. A glow-in-the-dark metal print? Interesting.
Okay, then. It
That
says
that's a high price.
$40. Yeah,
But
someone must
it
really.
could be a big size metal print, although I'm not into metal prints. All right, what's the shipping?
$10 US, 30 for the UK and Australia, I'd
Ouch.
imagine. Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
it's twice the price of the book for shipping.
I wonder how many international backers they're getting. Probably not very many, because that is.
If any, it's probably the digital tier, I would
Yeah.
assume.
Although with shipping, I suppose, what else can you do? If people want it, then unfortunately they'll have to pay that high price. What's the Arrow Comics bundle?
I don't know.
So this is Arrow Comics the what's they are the one that got in the Spencer deal. Is it Zimmerman? Am I thinking of the right person? I think he's the I don't know
Probably.
necessarily the owner, but the person behind Arrow Comics. I know I have received those with the Hot Shots Spencer deal thingy. I haven't read them yet, so I can't say I know much as to the quality of the writing. I know I have seen somebody
Russ.
review some of the other books. That's yeah,
Russ. Russ is
Russ's.
in there, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Seven digitals claimed. So
Want to know. Well,
maybe the international people.
$5 for a digital is a pretty good price, especially when you're like, you know, not 100% sold on it, but I want to, support the people that are behind it and kind of get a sense as to what the book is about. But, if you're a collector or not a collector, you don't need to worry about collecting something physical.
Right. And the international backers that don't want to spend $30 shipping
Hmm.
can get digital.
So, I've read that the script is done, but I don't know about the rest of it. I don't think I read where it was production wise. I think I did see something where Piper was talking about how I think she was looking for a cover for I think it was this campaign, and she had no luck trying to find like a variant artist, so she's like, I'll do it myself. Um,
Yeah.
I kind of like that idea. I don't know how well it'll sell. Oh, actually, look, it sold 9, so it's selling more than digital, so that's not too bad.
Yeah. $10 more for her to do her own variant. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder what it'll look like. If it'll be like AI art or if she'll actually attempt to draw. That's
Not
kind of
sure, but
I kind of like that idea. Although wait, $25 for the physical
yeah,
Piper variant.
right. That's what I just said. If you,
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
I said $10 more for her variant.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd have a tough time putting the $15 on this. That I don't think I'd be putting any $25 on it.
Right.
What else they got?
This gigantic collector's bundle.
The hoodie, right?
A collector's bag.
Oh, it's a bag. Look like a hoodie.
No, the girl's wearing the hoodie, but it's the bag.
I don't know. They're having a tough climb. And I wonder, I know Luke has fulfilled stuff. I know, unfortunately, Piper is tied into the Peregrine stuff, which has had some fulfillment issues. Some people have got it, some people are still waiting on it, and lack of communication from others other than Piper. Um, I know Piper has gotten herself into some drama, especially as of late, which I personally don't think is the best look. And I know where you have Dillard on here, Dillard's Buckler, well, his art is good. His book was late quite a bit too, and he had some issues with communication as well. So you have some players here that don't have the best history, in my understanding and opinion. I don't know how the rest of you feel. That I wonder if that is what's hindering here.
I suppose each of those could chip away at some backers, but
So,
Dillard did fulfill the buckler
he did
eventually.
fulfill.
So,
Nope, I got my buckler.
and that was a one man show, I believe. So I'm sure
Yeah, that is true.
he's pretty good, though. His art is pretty good, so he's
Yeah.
got that going for him.
Um,
But the drama, sure, I'm sure it has an impact.
I think that makes me shy away from people the most, to tell you the truth. I got Dillard's book. I liked it. At least the building blocks of his book I thought really had potential. The actual book, you know, wasn't bad, but it had a solid foundation, but the cards weren't completely sturdy. All right, so we have
Yeah,
James Hayes. Oh,
I wouldn't worry too much about Piper drama because no matter what happens, I'm sure Luke is a pretty level-headed guy. I'm sure this book will get fulfilled. No
he
matter
will crack the whip.
if there's more drama or not drama, I'm sure it'll all be settled amicably. But I doubt there'll be any problems.
Hopefully, there's not drama amongst them. But anyways, all right. So James Hayes, it seems more books targeted at a younger audience are coming out from under the CG umbrella. But the question is if the market is here in CG for that. Um, Maybe not. Like, well, yes and no, because you got the people that, they're buying for themselves because they're buying to fill in for the hole that they feel mainstream's not providing them. But a lot of those same backers have families. They think that everybody's all 42-year-old white males, and maybe the majority are, but they're like family guys. So they could be looking for some things that their kids can get into to help share that love of comics. They're not exactly going to give their 8-year-old Dr. Love, or is it Dr. Love? No, what's the Love? Captain Love? What's the space guy? It's LUV or something like that, but I think it's kind of a more adultish, or was it super harem? you know, you're not exactly going to give that to your 8-year-old. So you do have some, it is nice to have the option to do this. Like I know that umbrella guy I actually bought for my daughter, the Hunt for the Littlest Umbrella. And I bought Starlight Cats with the intention of giving my daughter, but I liked it so much that I haven't turned it over to her yet. So there's people out there that will buy for others.
Maybe you should do this. Maybe you should back this and do the opposite and give it to her before you read it and let her tell you if it's worth reading or not.
And then have it lost on the floor of her bedroom, buried underneath clothes.
Sounds like children.
Later, Mrs. Good Stuff still here? Probably not, but thanks for joining. So let's see. Oh, Shadow says even his 12-year-old has outgrown this kind of stuff already. I just don't think she'd read it if he got it for her. So it is something that people need to be in the mood for. Like he's pointing out that we've had trauma. Uh-oh. So Arrogant Ape says he envies the people who still haven't gotten Peregrine. Where is that review there, AA? Link it to me if you've done one, and I just missed it. All right, we have
wait.
Marinus that has joined. Thanks for joining. All right. So, Johnny Rando, when the creator seems unstable, I'm more likely not going to submit my info. Exactly. There are quite a few people that make me wonder, like, if they're talking about someone else, what are they saying about you? And do you really want them to have your address and your name? And, they could be giving it to other people. And I don't know. Exactly. I agree with you. AA says he does trust Luke. He got his books recently. Luke, oh, hang on. Shadow says Luke seems cool, but it is a group effort. Funny, Noah. Noah says he's 42. Stato says sometimes you have to try something new to see what it takes. Failures are inevitable. For every successful, memorable book, there are 10 that don't work. That is true.
Okay, now back to the comment about giving unstable people information. Luke is the one whose name is on this campaign, and I trust Luke myself personally. I don't know if I'm backing this book. I probably will, at least digitally, but there's that. So.
So he has 8 campaigns to his name. He's doing something right.
Right. Hello.
Sorry, I was reading the chat to try to understand the conversations going on. So Shadow points out that I'm assuming his daughter stole Wart the Wizard from him to watch it, and then Jim says Mandy Summers was brilliant. She used her sex appeal to convince dads to buy her book for their kids. It was win-win. Yeah. Yeah, and Snuggy does point out that Luke has a solid record of fulfillment.
Right.
I'm also thinking, because it's an ongoing thing, I am finding like the more that I back and the more that I read, I don't want to invest in like infinite ends. Like, I don't know how this story will, I'm hoping it'll end at least for the good conclusion of like the story present, and then kind of have a cliffhanger for like book number 2, or to continue on. But there needs to be some sort of finalization for me in order to feel satisfied, because if I'm waiting for another year to get book number 2 of a, it'll lose my interest.
Yeah, the way this sounds, though, it sounds like it'd be a complete. I'm only guessing, but it's probably one adventure. Then the next one's a different adventure.
That's
So it
true. They
probably
did
has
say
a.
ongoing adventures.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would, consider getting the digital if nothing else, and then you'll buy this book on the next campaign or something, if it is good enough that you wish to do.
All right. So James is saying, in other words, like most CG backers, you want a complete story each issue rather than seeing creators trying to do their books like monthly cliffhangers from the big 2. Now, I never got into the big 2. I've read some of them since joining CG, some of the trade paperbacks that have been suggested to me and stuff like that. But yes, that is exactly what I am saying. I think one of the nice things about having the trade paperbacks is that you have a wider collection of information to take in, and it feels more substantial. And you definitely feel more satiated. Sorry if that word is a trigger for somebody.
Yeah, there are mainstream pushers around here, not to mention any names, but I've had mainstream books suggested for me.
So George points out that I wish Jim and Amanda didn't mention how bad this logo was, because now that's all I see. I'm actually not. Oh, I actually am not sure I can make out all the letters. I think they're there somewhere.
The letters are there, but what's that to the right of Rift? It just doesn't make sense. But
Yeah, I don't know what that means either. It's like W's or speed lines or
yeah, look, see,
crosswalk.
see, there's mainstream pushers out here.
Yeah, and I did get your last email, George. I just haven't gotten a chance to reply. Or I keep forgetting. Like when I think I have time to reply, I just forgot to reply.
And
So yeah,
Snuggy's
thank you.
talking about bookmarks.
I still have CG books that I've gotten in the last couple months that I haven't read. The last one I read was what, Buckler?
See, you can
Yes.
tell that bookmark versus stickers campaign is not going to be objective. It is biased. You can tell from the beginning that it's
Well, I don't know.
biased.
When you offer a Kenneth Rocafort bookmark, are you not going to back the bookmark tier?
Where's the Kenneth Rocafort stickers?
I don't know if there is any. Snuggy, can
See,
you fill us in
see
if
what
there
I'm
will be?
saying?
So you
See what
think
I'm
they're
saying?
stacking the deck pre-campaign?
Absolutely.
But anyways, although I do have yeah, I probably have like several CG books I need to read, and especially considering the hot shots or the hot shot ones. But next up, I'm doing Brian Christkow's Six Gun Gorilla because I've read the trade paperback and I really like the trade paperback. So he did. I think it was technically the campaign for 8, but I had to back number 7 too because I think it ended with 6. So those are next on my thing to read. But when I find I have downtime, I've been watching TV more. So, anyways, and Snuggy's pointing
TV.
out that,
Yuck.
of course, it's not going to be objective. The Dark says it feels a bit weird when a creator hits 100K and you get rewarded with a bookmark. I can kind of see that, but I can, they don't have to give us anything. But most of it is all paper because then once you get to like bigger, bulkier, heavier stuff, you're messing with your weight of your packages, and then it's just going to cost more to ship. So I guess I can see both sides on that. Like, yeah, oh, here's a bookmark for helping me get to a 6-figure campaign, but
I'm not seeing enough stretch goals for book improvements. Like,
yeah.
if we hit this, we're going to increase the paperweight for the cover.
Now they had stretch goals, did they not? Let's look at their stretch goals.
I don't know, did they?
All right, well, you look at that. So James is pointing out, I'm curious, how common is it to buy a book because you like a creator but never actually bother to read it? I have bought quite a few books because I like the creator, but it also has to have that little bit of interest for me because I do plan to read it. There is not a book that I don't plan to read. Do you have anything to add to that question?
Oh, was I supposed to pay attention to what you were saying?
Yes.
I didn't.
Have you bought a book based on liking the creator with no intent to read it?
Not
Bail
with
them out.
not with no intent to read it. No.
Okay.
I have bought books that I probably wouldn't have if I didn't know the creator.
Okay.
But then again, I haven't read many books, so an argument could be made that there's no implied intent to read it, even though I do intend to read all of them. It's one day into retirement. Hello,
All right.
hello.
Nope, sorry. I'm reading the stretch goals while you were answering. So the stretch goals, they have sticker trading card, which pretty standard. I like my stickers, although I can't say I do anything with them other than shove them in my Starlight Cat's lunchbox. But they're there, and I can't say I want to like give them to the kid to use either. So
Maybe you
you
need to
know,
buy. Maybe you need to buy a minivan, a place to put your stickers.
buy what?
A minivan.
Oh, a minivan. You think I'm gonna plaster a minivan with stickers? Like on the windows?
Yeah, sure.
No, I always hated that fact of like, you could tell the cars that had the stickers on the windows, and I'm like, why would they let their child do that? My kid never had that phase, thankfully, although I probably was like, "Don't do that." So,
I'm
yeah.
talking about the
Although recently she did.
outside of the car, woman, not inside.
Oh, so you can cover the rust spots. Although recently my child did put a sticker. I don't think it was intentionally. I think she took it off something and like stuck it, but it was in the vinyl to my car, and it's a like fake leather type thing, so it shouldn't be too difficult to come off. But I was like, why did you do that? Anyways, so yeah. Although what I don't get this. All right, so double digits, baby. Piper will wear a grill. So I'm assuming that's fake teeth because I think I did see that on Twitter. Whenever she streams until fulfillment is finished, and then a trading card. Okay. Now what's the at 11K? Luke burns the pork pie. That's definitely an internal joke or lore that I have no idea what that means.
Let's go to chat.
Does anybody know what the Luke burns the pork pie means? Because that's not a goal that I'd be striving for if I don't know what it is. And I don't know if that's a great idea.
George just answered. It's a hat.
Pork pie's hat. Oh. Luke
Oh, so
does wear
that's
some
that.
hats, so he's starting to burn one of his hats?
Must be that one hat he wears that looks like. I
Oh.
don't.
Why would you want him to burn his favorite hat, though? I don't know. All right. Anyways, I suppose there's probably quite a few people that are like, burn the hat, so they're excited for that. So Johnny did answer, I have to be sold on the book. I read them all. I don't enjoy them all, but I read them all. Yep. Snuggy says he stopped backing books based on whether he liked the creator or not because there's too many campaigns out there. George says he reads everything he buys. Improvi, thanks for joining. He points out that Six Gun Gorilla had a 6-issue limited series published by Boom Studios, written by Cy Spurr. Haven't read my copies yet. Yeah, it's a public domain character, so I'm assuming he's talking about somebody else created another 6-issue limited series, or maybe it's the original Boom Studios. Heard the name, not familiar with it, so I can't place a timeline for them. But I did Brian Crisco's Six Gun Gorilla I really liked, and I'm not a Western person either, so that's definitely a feat because it's definitely a Western theme. George points out in the 1970s they would put stickers on the vans. Amanda, you weren't born yet. Yep. I was still almost a decade away. I don't know if he's referring to pork pie. Hey, 24, thanks for joining. Hope all is well. So, yeah. All right. I don't know if we have more topics, more discussions, but it's about that
No,
hour mark. We can definitely go for a few more minutes, but we definitely wouldn't have time for another campaign.
chat have
Was
anything
there
they
more
might
in
talk
this that we
about?
were looking at? We did look briefly at the tiers. We looked at the art. Oh, wait. Go back up. Rift Riders, Arrow Comics. Why is it saying $4.99 under the Arrow logo?
It's a variant cover. I don't know.
Did you mute yourself, or you're just no words?
No, I spoke.
Because yeah, it's. I wonder if that's just a standard thing or what that is. Because having it in the picture, I'm like, oh wait, they're gonna sell their book for $4.99, and I'm paying $15.
Are you not listening? Are you not hearing me?
Am I muted?
Are your headphones plugged
Hello?
in?
Hello?
Saying hello isn't going to change anything. Talk, Amanda. They can hear me, Amanda, but you can't hear me. Well, I think we may have lost Amanda. So we're going to wrap this up. Because I'm not the one that should be talking. She is. So we'll talk to all of you later. Have a good day, everyone.